Hi everyone. Today let's talk about the three most common systems of crop classification. Now, what is crop classification? Well, crop classification is by the name itself. Paano ba natin i-classify yung iba't ibang mga crops na ating itinatanim? Now, crop classification is very important, particularly for organizing and understanding yung tinatawag nating diversity of agricultural crops. So, ito ay nagsisilbing systematic framework or pananaw kung paano ba natin igugrupo yung iba't ibang pananim natin based on some specific characteristics. Now, this allows itong crop classification na to allows agriculturists para ma-address yung iba't ibang mga, let's say, challenges or opportunities when it comes to cultivation, management, and economic importance ng mga halaman. Now, crops can be classified either by their common names, which vary between regions and languages. So, common names, yung ano ba yung pangalan ng crops na to sa iba't ibang mga lugar, or you can also classify them by their scientific names. So ang scientific names, ito ay mas universal na pagpapangalan or identification ng mga halaman. Madalas, when you are an agriculturist working in the field, you used scientific classification para ma-eliminate yung confusion and to ensure na consistent yung tinutukoy nating halaman kahit na across international agricultural practices. Now, pag-uusapan natin sa araw na ito, ano ba yung three most common systems of crop classification? Uunahin ko yung tinatawag nating artificial system. Now, ang artificial system of classification, ito yung pagka-classify sa mga crops based on, the keyword here, convenience. Okay? Ano ba yung convenience? Ano ba yung practical doon sa tao? So madalas, we use specific structures or features and yun yung nagiging basis for grouping. Ang artificial system of classification din is pragmatic. So hindi siya scientific, pragmatic. Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung practical na classification ng mga halaman na ito? So, ano yung example ng ating artificial system of crop classification? Unang-una dyan, when we classify crops, for example, in terms of their use. Katulad na lang ng merong food crops, di ba? Food crops na kinakain ng mga tao. So that's one classification. Meron din naman tayong feed crops na kinakain ng mga livestock, for example. Yung pagka-classify sa mga fiber crops, okay? Yung pagka-classify sa mga medicinal plants, yan ay part ng artificial system of classification. Ang artificial system of classification, these are useful for farmers and agriculturists para ang focus ng classification na to ay yung practical na aspeto ng crop production. So yun yung artificial system. We are mostly we are classifying by convenience. It is pragmatic, it is practical, and we want to focus on the uses of the plants. Another type of classification is what we call naman as the natural system of classification. Now dito sa natural system of classification, we classify crops not conveniently, not pragmatically, hindi sa gamit nila, but we are classifying them based on the differences and similarities in their what we call as morphological, okay, morphological or yung kanilang physical and biological characteristics. For example, kinaklasify natin yung halaman based on its growth form. Ito ba ay shrub? Ito ba ay tree? Diba? Ito ba ay shrub, tree, or herb? Yan. Based on reproductive method, ang halaman ba na ito reproduces sexually or asexually? Or based on their life cycle, katulad ng itong halaman ba na to ay annual plant, ito ba ay biennial, or ito ba ay perennial plant. So unlike artificial classification, ang focus ng natural system of classification is yung trait ng halaman. Yung nire-reflect niya na biological nature or yung morphological, yung physical characteristics ng halaman. So for example, in terms of legume, Meron tayong legume family. Okay? Now, paano natin masasabi na ang isang halaman ay part ng legume family? Well, they are grouped based on similar floral means flower or fruit characteristic. Katulad na lamang ng mayroon silang compound leaves. Okay? Yung flowers nila ay may 5 na petals arranged in a specific pattern. Yung fruits nila are found in pods. Yan. So, lahat ng mga halaman na to na may mga ganitong characteristic, compound leaves, flowers with 5 petals, fruits in the form of pods, can be grouped under the legume family. Yun naman yung natural system of classification. So, yung una, artificial, which is based on convenience, based on what is practical. Natural naman, based on the keyword morphological or physical characteristic of the plant. The third type of classification, we termed it as your phylogenetic classification. Now, sa phylogenetic classification naman, you classify plants based on their evolutionary relationship and ano yung mga pagkakapareha nila in terms of their genetics. So, naiintindihan natin na ang mga halaman, alam natin na ang mga halaman, nag-evolve yan over millions and millions of years ago. So, we want to group them base doon sa mga halaman, we want to group them based on the plants that is related to their genetics. Okay? So ang tinitingnan natin dito mga genetic studies like yung paggamit ng DNA sequencing para maintindihan ano ba yung relationship ng mga halaman na to sa isa't isa, and then that is how we group them. So with the word phylogenetic, tinitingnan natin yung kapamilya ng mga halaman. Okay? Ano ba yung mga common characteristics ng isang halaman na pwede mong i-trace back sa kanyang mga ninunong halaman? Yan. So, ano yung example ng phylogenetic basis? I'm just going to zoom this. So, i-zoom ko lang to. Yan. For example, dito, sa image na to, mapapansin natin na meron tayong halaman called Brassica oleracea. Yan. And then sa baba niya, may mga different halaman, may mga different crops din dyan that all came from this parent plant, let's say, Brassica oleracea. So for example, yan yung common ancestor nila. So the Brassica oleracea, yan yung common ancestor nila. Yung terminal buds, for example, yan, ay naging cabbage. Yung lateral buds naman, naging Brussels sprouts. Yung stem, yan ay naging kohlrabi. Yung leaves, they are selected to become kale. Yung stems and flowers, naging broccoli. And at the same time, yung flower clusters, naging cauliflower. So we can see, itong 1, 2, 3, itong 6 na halaman na to, iisa lang yung pinanggalingan niya na ancestor, which is your Brassica oleracea. So that is how phylogenetic classification happens. Okay? So if we're going to keep the definition shorter dun sa tatlong systems of classification, ang artificial system of classification is based on what is practical, what is pragmatic, what is convenient. Yung natural naman, based on the characteristic, morphological o physical characteristic ng halaman. And sa phylogenetic naman, tinitignan na natin yung ancestral commonality ng mga halaman na ito. So, tinitignan natin dyan yung evolutionary relationships nila and yung kanilang pagkakapare-pareha in terms of its genetics.